Welcome to Event Radio, covering local drag racing, stock car racing, motorcycles, go-karts. If it's got wheels and you can race it, you'll hear about it here. Event Radio is motorsports radio on steroids. Now, let's join your hosts, Spivvy Williams and Terrible T-Guy.
All right, guys, welcome to the next edition of Event Radio. We are at the Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally in Lynchburg, Tennessee, the home of the Jack Daniels Distillery. Hey, man, what a cool place, huh?
I tell you what, you find what you want down here, anywhere from custom bikes to hot women to going to be some good grass track racing this afternoon.
Boy, I tell you what, I don't know where they're going to have that, but
right out here in the ball field.
Oh, really? They're going to race in the ball field?
Yeah.
Ain't this a wild deal?
It's going to be a good one. Looks like we got company, but I believe they're friendly.
No, I think so. I believe they probably are. We
this is 13th year for this event.
Is it really?
It's bigger and bigger every year.
13 times, huh? Boy, they've had this down here a lot.
Well, Pat and his wife does this, and like I said, you can see it's in his backyard here in Lynchburg, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a real good one.
Well, that's great. It's
kind of like the Smoky Mountains, closer than home.
Well, they got
if
a
you
lot
don't come the way we did.
Yeah, no, we actually came the wrong way, guys. Trust me. If you're coming to Lynchburg, I-24 is your ticket. You can sort of forget I-65 exists.
Unless you want to take the scenic route.
Yeah, we took the scenic route, and we got to go by where all the barrels of whiskey and stuff are stored, but that was about it. And
that's
we
for further reference.
Yeah, we went by actually where you go into the
Jack Daniels
Distillery, and we're actually going to do that. But this
event,
event,
actually, the rally here, Spivvy, they give free tours. I mean,
yeah.
This is all heads up. You know, it gets better every year.
Yeah, well,
rock and roll music.
We're going to have a little fun down here, I think.
Done have started.
Yeah, we're gonna get to meet the gentleman that actually started all this stuff here in just a few minutes, Mr. Pat Bedford.
He's a pretty good old boy.
Yeah, we've talked to him before. We talked to him at the vintage flat track races. He was racing there. He's working here, but
wouldn't be surprised to see him racing too.
Well, that'll be all right. We'll have some fun. I think we need to get out and cruise and find out if first thing if the Gestapo's going to get us, because we hadn't been parked 2 minutes and we got the sheriff patrol on us.
They'd been friendly. They was trying to hook up them women.
You think that's what?
I believe that's what it was.
Oh, okay. Well, can't blame them for that.
They're both
good-looking girls, so we can't blame them. Anyhow, guys, we're going to bring you everything that's cool from the Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally. We're going to get out of here and cruise around a little bit and see what we can get into and meet some folks and find out if they like it and what all they think is good about it. And we will join you again right after a little word from our sponsor. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back, and we are with the man that
the Grand Poobah
of the Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally, the guy that makes all of this stuff happen. Mr. Pat Bedford, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Yeah, you're about as busy as a one-armed paper hanger, buddy. You're running around here like a chicken with his head cut off.
Or a cat covering up poop is what I like to say.
Yeah, there you go. How long you been doing this, bud?
13 years. 1 year we tried to let somebody else come in and do it, and they did it for a year, but actually the Grand Poobah is probably my wife. And I'll plug her.
Most cases it is.
Yeah, it's spring. But we've been doing it for 13 years with the exception of 1 year.
And you're in the moonshine business, is that right?
We are still working on that.
One of the place was down here and we got here.
Yeah. Every time I get something going, I get something going again. But we have a storefront up here that we're remodeling, and we're starting with the food products like moonshine cakes and moonshine candies and moving that.
Well, you got to enjoy eating all that, right?
I've tried your candy and your coffee, and I like both of them.
Yeah, I forgot we got the coffee. That's good. I've got some moonshine, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, this is my first trip ever to the Lynchburg area. This is beautiful country down here, buddy. and of course the world famous Jack Daniel's distillery just sort of around on the other side of the holler here, I guess.
They can't see us on the radio, but if you look right there, see that big building on the top of the hill?
Yeah, that's it, huh?
Full of whiskey up there.
Oh boy, that's probably
one of them.
That's probably more than I got in my house, isn't it?
You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go over to T's and.
Yeah, well, we don't want to pull big guns out, we just the little stuff.
Pat, how many riders you going to have here today? Looks like you got a few coming in already.
Well, we got a few coming in. I don't know if they're going to bear the heat or not. We've bumped it up to a daytime race, where in the past it's been a nighttime race, and so we're going to see. We're going to have fun one way or another. And
here comes some more.
And this is a grass track race, is that right?
That's right. It's kind of a TT course for most of your guys or listeners, I guess, are motorsports fans, so they're familiar with TT, but. It's grass. It was a baseball field, and we're going to go have fun on it.
Hey, I'm telling you what, that's what, as far as T and I are concerned, that's what you should do with a baseball field,
Well, when I got sent to judge when I was a kid for doing that on a baseball field.
Yeah.
I didn't take it real lightly, but got good people here in Tennessee.
Something about baseball players and golfers don't like us to ride on their turf.
I got it in a city park one time because there were mounds, these big hills, and I took my bike and I was jumping these mounds, and here comes the local Gestapo, and he gets me, and I said, what was I doing wrong? He said, they fought the Civil War here, and you're destroying Civil War relics on this. And I said, okay. I said, it's a mound of dirt, He said, that's Civil War relics, and I said, well, okay.
Well, they had tree huggers back then, Spivey.
Yeah, is that what it was? Okay. All right. Yeah. Now, let me ask you something. You always race. Are you going to race in this too?
I was looking at the turnout, and I thought, well, we put up $500 guaranteed purse for the Mad Dog class.
$500?
And $500 guaranteed purse for the Open Pro. So the winner of each of those classes is going home with $250.
Can we put T out there in this golf cart?
Yeah.
I need more in a golf cart, because these boys, I know some of these guys down here, they're fast. Anybody in Tennessee Valley flat trackers are fast.
Last 3 years, we had a friend of mine, William Cato, come down, and he rode, it was a little Honda 100, you know. And he won it the last 3 years, and he's not coming. And somebody else was pretty fast and said they couldn't make it. I told my wife, I said, I'm getting in that because I'm going to win my money back.
There you go.
And she wouldn't let me do it.
Well, you got to give the participants a shot. I mean, here, hometown track, hometown hero, and all that pro racer stuff, and you want to come in and race against them? Yeah, I can sort of understand where she's coming from.
Well, I think she's probably right, because she said you can't be the promoter and race your own event. You win money, and guess what? You're going to have a problem.
Well, she's probably right.
She's right.
You give them a good spanking, somebody's going to fuss.
Now, we're going to make our way through downtown in a few minutes, and are there like a lot of vendors and that kind of stuff? Is that what we're going to see? Or
you're going to see some vendors, leather vendors and shirt vendors and food vendors, and you might want to make a stop up there. Sloan's is up there, and they got some new Indians on display up there.
Do they? Oh, yep. Well, we might stop and say hi to them.
All in the park up here, and then get you up on the square, and of course those are our regular shops up there that are there all the time.
Yeah, I've heard about that. We want to go cruise around those.
Yeah, you can go up there, and Bumpus Harley Davidson's up there. They're real nice. They help us out. The Barbecue Caboose Cafe helps us out, and Iron Kettle Restaurant helps us out. But all your rally vendors are right here.
And then there's a bike show going on somewhere?
There's a bike show going on today, and there is a biker dog show. So
that's what I was going to ask about, Pat. What about the biker dog show? Because I know you and I are both partial to German Shepherds.
Yeah.
If you're a judge, that had to be one of them to win, right?
We should have brought our bike. We could have put you on that. Let the unbraid your ponytail, and we could have passed, probably.
I thought you were talking about Rose.
No, give me a break.
Yeah, the biker dog show, it's the first time we've tried to do this. I think we have 4 classes, like the cutest, the biggest rebel, and the one with the attitude, and best biker dog. So,
how you going to judge attitude, Pat?
Is
that a friendly attitude or aggressive attitude?
I think it's a confident. I don't know.
I tell you what, I think we're going to have a bunch of fun down here, T-Bone, riding through and checking
fault.
everybody out. Yeah, I mean, guys, you need to it's a little late with this show going on now for you to make it this year, but you need to write it down. Yeah, you need to write it down and put the Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally on your calendar, because this is a fun event. There's lots of people. From what I can see, lots of pretty girls. That's a top priority of Terry and I. But there's a lot going on, and you could cap that off with the races a little later on, and just have a big day of it.
Pat, what's your website, buddy, before everybody get a hold of you, find out what's going on?
We're on Facebook, so it's Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally on Facebook.
That's getting just to be almost more popular than having your own site.
Yeah, it is. It's easy to communicate and quick and fast, and people get response.
And we have that Instagram thing. That's the fastest way in the world to put pictures on there. You know? So that's cool. That's good.
Well, Pat and I both had our picture on Facebook, and somebody thought I was his daddy. Can you imagine that?
They thought you'd entered into
so I call him my child now.
They thought you maybe had entered into the dog bike show. You think?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's been an ongoing joke since the last race we went to, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's not a joke. I'd be proud to have him.
Well, thank you. You too, son.
He's all right. He's fun. We have just too much fun doing this, and we get to go everywhere and meet such nice people. And we're looking forward today and to meeting a bunch more. So, I guess since you are the grand poopah and the guy everybody comes looking for, I guess we'll have to cut you loose where when they come screaming, you're it.
Yep.
We appreciate though very much you inviting us down and
sure do.
Having us come to this. We're going to have just too much fun, and we may swing back by and give you another little shout before we get ready to go, because we want to make it through. For sure, while we're here and go through the Jack Daniels tour and stuff, because that's a must.
The motorcycle midway, of course.
Yeah, yeah. You go up there, you'll see Rolling Thunder, you'll see some Faith Riders, you'll see, like you said, leather sunglasses. We got our moonshine stuff up there, and
that's sort of where we're headed.
That's where you're headed.
We're headed to the moonshine tent.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys. Mr. Pat Bedford, thank you so much for joining us on Event Radio, guys. Little word from our sponsor, and we will be right back. All right, guys, we are back from the Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally. We have the lovely lady. We wind up picking all the pretty girls. We're good at that here. You know it? What is your name, ma'am?
My name is Carita Newsom.
Miss Newsom, what is your official position at the Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally?
At this motorcycle rally, I am just a volunteer for the Sheriff's Department.
We always know how to find. The Sheriff's Department usually finds us. But in this particular case, we found them first. That's pretty good for us. They didn't
have a pretty lady like his bitch.
Yeah, and you got a Hummer over here with all the tactical stuff and all that. That's pretty cool.
Okay, the Hummer came from Illinois, and we got it from the military. And the Sheriff's Department is in need of a lot more equipment, and so Pat Bedford is going to hold another motorcycle rally, and it's going to be a benefit for the Moore County Sheriff's Department, and it's going to be September the 27th.
Cool.
And we will be looking for donations, and they're going to do a poker run, a silent auction, and then they're going to be door prizes, and they're going to be prizes for the silent auction, and then we're also going to feed the bikers.
That'll be neat, huh?
We can't wait.
Lynchburg we haven't had a chance yet to see everything, but what we have seen so far, man, it's a cool little place. I mean, it's really neat, very scenic, very sort of makes you feel at home even if you don't live here,
I agree to that, and I really like Lynchburg, and I like the guys at the Sheriff's Department, and I feel like they need more equipment and they need better equipment, because all the different crimes that you see now, a lot of them are happening in small towns where you don't expect any crime. And so there's a lot of different people that come to Lynchburg, and I just want them to be prepared.
Well, really, they need to be prepared because it's a huge tourist draw with the distillery here. You get people from everywhere that come to Lynchburg.
Well, not only that, but they have festivals, and then they have Motlow College, and so these guys need to be prepared for whatever comes.
Well, it's cool that you take the time to do that and get out here and set in the heat for them and register everybody for the shows and tell them all about it and all that stuff. We appreciate you taking them a few minutes to be on Event Radio and telling us about it. We might slide back down here in September. Tell me again the date of it.
The date is September the 27th, and it would be wonderful if you all would come back down here.
Well, I tell you what, we almost didn't find it the first time. We're about to be able to find it the second time.
I'll be here.
All right.
Yeah, we had trouble finding it the first time, but the second time will be easier on us, I think.
It will be very easy to find, and the Hummer will probably be here, so all you got to do is look for our Hummer.
We'll just follow it around. How about that?
Okay, that'll work.
All right. Thank you so much for being on Event Radio. We're going to run around and cruise on and see a little bit about what's going on here at the Lynchburg Rally, guys. We will be right back. All right, guys, we are back, and out of there is absolutely a boatload ton of people on here, and a lot of people at this rally, but we come up to probably the most important booth in the whole place.
Amen.
The Rolling Thunder booth. These are the guys that make all of this really possible. Their service, what they have done in the past, gives us the freedom to be able to come out here and do all this good stuff. And there's no doubt we have the prettiest member of this whole bunch of wild dogs over here. What is your name, ma'am?
My name is Alice Baber.
Alice, where are you from, my dear?
Smyrna, Tennessee.
Well, that's not very far.
No, if you get lost, it is.
Well, hey, we have been lost for 3 hours because we came. Tell me something. Did we come the wrong way? Should we have come down 24 instead of 65?
Neither one.
Neither one,
huh?
Oh, boy, I like you. I like you. Just tell the old dumb Kentucky boys that they have no
That
clue.
sounds
what
like a
they're
voice
doing.
on
Always take the
GPS.
back roads.
Let me. Rolling Thunder is such a cool deal, and this is the Alabama chapter.
Yes.
Tell me a little about that, please.
Well, I belong to Tennessee Chapter 1, Rolling Thunder Tennessee 1 in Smyrna, Tennessee. And we've been there for a pretty good while, about 99, I think, 96.
Now, doesn't the Rolling Thunder group all get together and ride to Washington one time a year or
Oh,
something?
yes. Memorial Day weekend
Yeah.
is what we do. And it's
I have a
not a
buddy-
rally, but it's a statement.
Yeah, I have a buddy that's a colonel that does that, and I think that's so cool. I'm an old guy, but I've been in there too. I'm an old veteran guy, so we get to play and have a little fun. But I know where you're coming from. I know what you're doing, and I think it's the coolest thing since pockets on a shirt. You
Well,
know?
thank you. Yes, sir. I'd like to read you my mission statement. I mean, Rolling Thunder's mission
We
statement.
want to, sure.
Okay. The mission statement for Rolling Thunder. The major function of Rolling Thunder, Inc. is to publicize the POW MIA issue, to educate the public that many American prisoners of war were left behind after all previous wars, and to help correct the past, to protect the future veterans from being left behind should they become prisoners of war missing in action. We're also committed to helping American veterans from all wars.
Well, you guys do a whole lot, and the main thing that you've done is becoming a veteran. You know, the service that you've given. You've written this country a blank check.
That's right.
And a lot of people, they talk the talk, but you guys have walked the walk. You know, and that makes a whole lot of difference in my eyes.
Well, I'm speaking for all my brothers and sisters in Rolling Thunder. I am not a veteran, but I support the cause wholeheartedly.
Well, you're better looking than they are anyway. Don't matter.
My husband's a veteran, my grandfather, my father, brothers, many uncles, and I'm very proud of them, and I love my brothers and sisters.
Well, I tell you what, guys, it is a wonderful organization. You see guys cruising down the boulevard on a motorcycle. These are not your bad guys. These are the good guys.
The good guys.
Yeah.
And we all do not ride motorcycles.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's all right. You can come to a motorcycle rally without
Alice, I
riding
really
a bike,
yeah,
you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, I tell you what. What are we doing? Are we raising a little money or something, or what are we doing over here?
Yeah, we've got some items for sale, raising money for the chapter in Alabama. And
I bet you the sheriff was over here because you got donuts. How about that?
I think you did stop by.
Yeah, sure. Boy, you guys know how to lure them right
man, I
in,
tell
don't you?
Mm-hmm,
Oh, that's cool. Well, listen, lady, thank you so much for being
thank
on
you.
Event Radio. It is our pleasure always to see any of the Rolling Thunder guys. We really appreciate what you do. We thank you more than you know for what you have done, and we're excited to watch what you do in the future.
Thank you. We're excited what the future's going to hold for us, and we're ready to go.
All right. Well, we're going to stab and steer in this little old golf cart and get out here and see what kind of trouble we can get into.
Sounds
But
Thank
good.
you, Alice.
if we get in too much trouble, you going to rescue us?
Oh, I'll send the troops in.
Just keep the donuts. That way the sheriff will follow us, okay?
That's right.
All right.
I'll let you put one in your pocket.
There you go. We'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, we are back from the Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally, and we come across a young lady that we stopped for a couple of reasons. Number one, she's a very attractive gal, but she had a whole plate full of funnel cake, and that, when you're an old fat guy, that gets your attention, along with you being with a sure enough great organization. Tell us your name, please.
My name is Antoinette. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Where are you from, gal?
Originally from the Mind of God, then Philadelphia, and now the Huntsville, Alabama area.
Boy, you got a little technical with me there. I got some. Matter of fact, we were in Huntsville 2 weeks ago, believe it or not. Yeah, and I got lost, but that's okay. I don't understand your road system, but I'm not supposed to.
It's a grid. If you get lost, look for a rocket.
I think you have to go to the Space and Rocket Center to start. You can't go anywhere in Huntsville without being at the Space and Rocket Center first.
Absolutely.
Did y'all design it that way? Don't know.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there. Okay.
She said she come from Philadelphia.
Well, all right. Well, she made her way south. The girl's got some sense. She knew where the sweet tea was, right?
Woohoo!
Christian Motorcyclist Association. Tell us a little about that, please.
Well, the CMA is an organization that is Christians who are also riders. We try to break down barriers. We see people riding motorcycles, tattoos, anything, and we try to introduce them to Jesus Christ.
Not a thing in the world wrong with that, gal. That's a cool deal. And I think it's so neat when you see guys riding with your patch on. A lot of people still have a negative outlook toward motorcyclists, and they shouldn't. I mean, you guys are doing nothing but good, for everything,
Yes, sir. We definitely try.
Were you going to eat that whole funnel cake by yourself?
Not today.
Oh, okay.
Half today, half tomorrow.
How many chapters you guys have over the USA?
How many chapters? Because we know it's a huge organization.
How many chapters? I don't know.
Don't know.
1,200
chapters in the U.S.
It's a bunch.
So no matter where you are, guys, if you would like to hook up with the Christian Motorcyclist Association, there is probably a chapter very close to you that you can check out, and they will welcome you with open arms to get you in there. I know that we're good buddies with our local Harley dealer at home, and they actually meet there at the Harley store.
Excellent.
And it's a cool deal. It's really a neat deal.
Excellent.
And we had to play with you on your funnel cake just a little.
Oh, thank you.
Got to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. Any you guys, do you get together and go on rides together and all that kind of stuff and go out and eat funnel cakes together?
We go on rides. Our group came up from Huntsville today for the rally here, and a lot of them have left, but there's some of us that are still here, having lunch, fellowshipping, getting together, and just trying to encourage other people.
Hey, well, I tell you what, it's a neat deal. This is a nice rally. This is our first trip. Patrick Bedford, that puts it on, invited us to come down. This little radio show goes everywhere in the country, and he's a buddy, and so he said, hey, guys, if you're not booked, would you come? And we said, yeah, we'll do it. So here we are. We're going to have some fun.
Woohoo!
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We know that the Christian Motorcycle Association badge is a badge of honor. We understand that. We also have a thing that we call our badge of courage, and we're going to give you one, and it's something you can't buy. The only way you can get that is to be on this radio show. And you have been here, so we're going to give you one, and you can do with it as you see fit. But there are some fairly VIP people that have those.
Woohoo!
Now you're in there with them. How about that?
I feel special.
Didn't even have to share your funnel cake to get it.
I didn't even have to share my funnel cake.
All right. Listen, lady, thank you so much for being on Event Radio. We have fun with this. Because of nice people like you, we get to really enjoy what we do. And I always knew I liked Alabama.
Woohoo! Thank you, sir. Even though
right.
we're in Tennessee. Shh, don't tell anybody.
But we're only one step away.
That's true.
See, we know, trust me, we know that this is real close to the Alabama line. We know where Atmore is and all those places. We know about all that stuff.
You know more than I do.
You're from Pennsylvania.
There
no wonder.
You go.
And we'll take you and get you some sweet tea to go with that funnel cake. We'll straighten you right out. Guys, thank you for being on Event Radio. We will be right back. All right, guys, if you think the Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally is not a cool place, we ride down through here and we find our favorite staple food.
A moon pie.
A moon pie, and we got the moon pie man with us. What is your name, sir?
My name is Lucas Waller, and I work for the Moon Pie General Store located on the square in Lynchburg, Tennessee.
And so we can come down here anytime we want to and get the real deal, a real moon pie, right?
Yes, you can.
Original
yes,
moon
you
pie.
can.
And you got several flavors you're passing out, buddy. I tell you what, you're going to be our horse if you never win a race. You know it?
Thank you. That makes me.
Well, I know that moon pie outfit's got to be a little hot there.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about putting them in the oven, buddy.
Yeah, this is gonna be my last round because if I go any more, they have to give me hazard pay.
Oh,
yeah, well,
okay,
I tell you what, and you're going to sure enough make moon pie diet food if you keep on going with that thing, because you're gonna just shrink up to nothing as hot as it is out here. How long have you been in the moon pie business, buddy?
At least 3 years now. I've been the moon pie man for 3 years now.
Hey, I'm telling you what. Can you imagine, tell you what that'd be like to be able to be the moon pie man?
I think it's pretty cool myself, baby.
Hey, I think it's great. I love it.
Walk around, listen to good music, look at real pretty women.
Yeah.
That's part of the job, though, isn't it, man?
Yeah. It's in the job description.
Let me ask you something. How long has moon pie been in existence, you know?
Longer than I have.
Okay, all right. That's a good enough answer.
Yeah.
And they come in how many flavors?
Oh, at least 20.
No kidding.
I didn't know that.
Can we go to the moon pie store and check out all 20 flavors?
Absolutely, you can.
Oh, buddy. Well, I tell you what, we're going to go up there before we leave here, and we're going to check it out, guys. If you're listening to us anywhere in the world, and you don't realize that, but this little show goes everywhere in the world. Can they get on your website and actually y'all ship them moon pies?
I believe so.
Well, all right, if they got one, have you got a website for them to look at?
www.moonpiegeneralstore.com.
That ought to work
That'll
for
put
me.
you right through.
Moonpiegeneralstore.com, buddy. Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Tell the moon pie man sent you.
Yeah, that's right. You tell him the moon pie man sent you, and he took care of the old fat guy and the old broke down motorcycle guy on event radio. And, buddy, this is happening. Thank you so much for not only being on our little show, but supplying us with lunch. We appreciate it.
No problem. I'm glad that you guys had me on.
Hey, buddy, we enjoyed it. We'll be right back, guys.
Thanks a lot, moon pie.
All right, guys, we are back from Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally. We have come to meet a gentleman that I think one of the most important things that go on at any rally, anywhere, you need to be educated on a thing called the Trail of Tears. And first off, tell us your name, sir.
My name is Lewis Hutton.
Lewis, where are you from, my friend?
I'm from Arab, Alabama.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just go to Huntsville, turn left. I know right where it is.
Yeah, it's up on the mountain.
The Trail of Tears. Tell us a little bit about that, would you please?
Well, the Trail of Tears happened in 1838, and it was called the Indian Removal Act of 1835, I believe is what started it. And they rounded up all the Indians in the southeast and marched them to Oklahoma to the reservation. And the route they take is the route that we ride across northern Alabama from Bridgeport to Waterloo. And then several of our members go on to Oklahoma to the reservation. But we're riding in remembrance of the Indians and what happened to them, unfortunately, in our history. We're trying to bring honor and respect to the tribes. And we take donations here for T-shirts that we give away. And the money that we gather, we use strictly for Indian purposes. We put up road signs commemorating the ride, and we give away scholarships to Indians that are deserving. And that's what the Trail of Tears Remembrance Ride's about.
Well, it's really, really a neat thing, guys. If you do any history at all, such a cool thing to honor. I've always said everybody talks about getting a raw deal in this country. The Indians are the ones that got the real raw deal.
I'm telling you.
You know, over everybody else. And they can have all their little organizations, all of them they want to, but they're the ones that got the shaft.
Yeah, there's over 3,000 of them died on that march to Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah, they lost a lot
And it's
of
the
people.
exact trail that you go on, isn't it?
Yeah, we have markers that we put up. Markers, our group, the commemorative ride group, has put up markers, historical markers, all the way across the state of Alabama and all the way to Oklahoma, actually.
Actually, how long is that, sir?
It's about, across Alabama, our ride is about 168 miles.
But the whole Trail of Tears is how long?
It's about 700 miles, I believe.
Yeah, I thought it was just a little shy of 800. I don't remember exactly because I have researched that because I think it's so fascinating. Plus, my wife's grandmama was full-blooded Cherokee, so I have a little hidden interest there.
Yeah, I got three kinds of Indian in me. I got Cherokee, Choctaw, and Creek.
Cool.
I'm a menagerie of Indians.
Well, that's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
All of them that I've had the pleasure of meeting have been really great people. So I've got a buddy that not quite full blooded, but really, really close. And we're just dear friends. I mean, just great guy.
The thing about that whole deal was the Indians that got removed were not warlike Indians.
No,
they were civilized Indians. They had established towns. As a matter of fact, we were up last weekend to commemorate the DeKalb County Memorial Tourism Site, and and right there where you come across from Tennessee into Alabama, then go into DeKalb County, there's a marker there that says there was an Indian town that was established there. There was an Indian town that was established there in like 1830 or something.
Really.
And it had been there since then, but they removed them.
Oh yeah, and that's just and they not only got removed there, but they got removed from the whole country. And guys, you need to remember that this was their house before it became our house.
They're the original Americans.
They were the original Americans, 100% through and through. And I commend you, sir, for doing the Trail of Tears thing. I think that is the most awesome thing that we have run into at this whole rally.
Well, we do it from the bottom of our hearts.
Well,
we really believe
those are the causes, guys, that make a difference. The ones that do it for the check. That's sort of a waste.
Nah, we don't make a dime.
Nah, no, you don't, my friend.
It's all nonprofit.
Make your way down, guys. Get a hold of it. Let me ask you something. Is there a website they can go on if they just want to send some money?
Here it is.
I can't see it. You got to tell me.
HTTP AL-TN-trailoftears.net.
Okay, one more time.
AL-TN-trailoftears.net.
Wonderful thing, guys.
Right on our website.
Send it there. Send them a great big check, and I'm sure they'll send you a T-shirt. And we want to thank you for being on Event Radio. We really appreciate it. And guys, this may be the most deserving booth that we go to on our whole day. We appreciate it. We will be right back, guys. All right, guys, we have made our way down to the racetrack version of the Lynchburg Motorcycle Rally.
At Team Daly.
Team Daly here, Mr. Terry Daly. At D63, is that what's that's cool? D60. What gave you that different D63 number?
Back when I first started racing, and I'm 65 years old, and that's been a lot of years ago, a friend of mine was racing flat track, and he gave me some number plates for my bike, and they were 63.
Okay.
And just because of that, I've run 63 ever since.
Well, really, are you too tight to change the numbers?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, And,
well, I tell you what, you got a trailer full of bikes. You're from Moody, Alabama.
Moody, Alabama.
Where in the world is Moody, Alabama?
Well, Moody, Alabama is 25 miles northeast of Birmingham, but I'm going to tell you, Moody is so small, there's people that live there that don't even know where it's located.
Really? Yeah. By the time they go out of town, they done been through it, and they don't know where they've been.
Exactly. Don't know how to get back either.
Yeah, but I tell you what, it's far enough in the south, you boys have sweet tea, I promise.
Yes, we do that. We do, and I'm proud to announce that Moody, Alabama is also on the Rand McNally roadmap now.
Is it really?
It really is. And,
well,
that's only been the last few years now.
Well, does the little GPS lady say, I'm not really sure?
The last time I tried to use her a couple times, she said, I don't know where we're going.
Okay, well, that's usually what they do for Terry and I.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you something. T talks this old stuff all the time on this radio. Is he as good as he says he is?
Well, yeah.
Tell the truth.
Yeah. But he's like the rest of us. The older he gets, the better he was.
Well,
I got a T-shirt like that, Terry.
He tells me all the time that his mind still writes checks that his body can't cash.
Well, I can't comment on that because I've got a body the same way. Yeah.
Well,
you boys,
actually, Terry and I, the last race I raced him was raced indoor down in Alabama. What was it, December 7th or something, Terry?
Yeah, something like that.
And I won the heat, and Terry won the final, and I fell off, but I couldn't catch him anyway. And he's got some. Where are you riding today, Terry?
I'm riding a 250.
Oh, that's a sweet bike.
Yeah.
Champion frame.
Yeah. No, it's a Cheney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right, ask me something. I saw one down there that just really got my attention, and that was the Cushman scooter.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
That's a 1963 Cushman Silver Eagle.
I like it.
And I bought it about 3-4 years ago from a man down in Mobile, Alabama. Brought it home and pretty much got it like you see it and everything. And it's
has it got a Vanguard motor on it?
No, it doesn't have a Vanguard. It's got a OMC engine.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Well, OMC, the way the story was told to me, is the Cushman Motor Company owned a company called OMC, which supposedly stood for Outboard Motor Company.
Okay.
And a couple of years, they put an outboard motor in these bikes, you know, as a sales pitch, a marketing thing, I guess.
Did they hang a propeller out the back? Or
well, no, they didn't hang a propeller, but they had problems selling them because they cost $200 more than a normal Cushman did.
Uh-huh.
And back in 1963, 200 is a pretty good chunk of change.
Oh, sure was.
And they couldn't sell them, so they did it, made them for 2 years like that, and quit. Now, I don't know whether that story's true or not, but that's what was told to me, and it's
we're going with it.
Yeah, that's an OMC. It makes for a good story, true or not.
Does it run good?
Yeah, yeah, it runs good. I've never let the facts interfere with a good story anyhow.
Oh,
you know.
no. But say it does run good?
It runs great. That's my wife and I use it when we go to these rallies or whatever for our pit bike, or, you know, it's street legal. We can run to the store and everything. But, yeah, it runs real good. I put the saddlebags and the windshield on it, and I call it my Cush Hog.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, the thing about it, it probably doesn't leak oil and do the other stuff. You're going to have to work on it to get to do that.
Yeah. Well, I can probably do that.
Yeah.
Well, Terry, you been out on the track yet?
Yes.
How is it?
I don't. Well, the parts I rode on was pretty good. The parts that I slid across,
you made
felt pretty
okay.
rough.
I see where you're at now.
Yeah. It's real slick out there. These flat track tires on a grass track is kind of tough, and I'm saying that to make excuses for the fact I fell 3 times while I was out there.
Taking soil samples.
I think I run 4 laps and I fell on 3 of them. So, you know.
Well, you got all that out of the way. Now, when it comes to money time, you ain't gonna do that.
No. That I thought there was a photographer out here. You know, I was trying to get a good picture and everything.
Well, that always works.
Yeah.
You got to. Well, you got the next best thing. You got the old radio guys. So we can actually take a picture or two of everything, and we can flip it behind here, and you don't even have to fall out of the golf cart. You know,
yeah.
You don't have to go through all the pain and agony with us. You know, you just sit here and sort of be cool with it and go on about a merry way.
Mm-hmm.
How many classes you gonna ride? Just one today?
I'm just gonna ride one today and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that one, the heat.
If you like me, Terry, it's probably all I needed. You know,
well, that's about all I can stand. Yes, sir.
Have you been to the Lynchburg Rally more than once?
I was here last year. Yes, sir.
What about Scooter's deal? The vintage flat track races in Lebanon, Tennessee. You going to come to that?
I want to. That's one of the tracks I want to try to make. I haven't. I've never been there before.
I've been there twice. It's a pretty doggone good show. It's a nice facility, really nice grandstands for spectators and that kind of stuff.
And he keeps getting the track a little better and a little better every year.
And really nice people.
He goes out of his way to try to help.
Yeah, Scooter's a nice guy, and it's a good place to watch a motorcycle race.
Well, now I've been told that there's a race up in Gallatin, Tennessee next weekend, next Friday. I'm gonna try to go up there and make it. I don't know anything about it. Never been to the track before. It's up at the fairgrounds. And I
think a fellow named Ken Meredith, a friend of mine, you might know him off Facebook, Terry. He restores old vintage bikes. I think he's either putting it on or really helping the guy do it, because I've seen a lot of stuff, that he's been involved with, pertaining to the race itself.
Yeah, I think I talked to him once on the phone, called for some directions, but
okay.
we're gonna try to run up there and
take a little of that Tennessee money back to Alabama.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, listen, my friend, thank you so much for not hurting our buddy here when he fell. It takes him longer. I've known him since we were kids, since we were about 8 years old, and he used to be, boy, he'd do all that old falling and messing. Man, he'd just bounce right back. This last one, you can tell he's getting a little older because it took him longer to heal.
Well, don't let him kid you. Like you say, he beat me in the heat. So I know what it's like riding behind him. I just got lucky when I beat him in the feature and everything. So
now I'll tell you a quick story. We've got
we both sitting here lying. He knows he flat beat me, and I beat him.
Well, I can lie a little too, because we got 2 of those motard bikes, and for old guys, that's a terrible toy to turn 2 old guys loose with. But we go out and ride at like after hours, like 10 at night, 11 at night, that kind of stuff. And I try to keep up with him, and it's terrible. I mean, it's embarrassing. He can do a thing that he pulls up to a red light, and he never puts his foot down. He reaches back, kicks a kickstand down with his foot, and lays it over there. Still got his feet on the pegs. The light change. He just sets it upright and takes off and kicks the stand back up. I tried to do that, and I killed about 2 dumpsters and a couple of garbage cans, and I ain't mastered it yet.
Well, the only bad thing about that, and it's kind of embarrassing, if you ever kick that kickstand down and it doesn't come down.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know, but believe me, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, well, I've been waiting for that, and that ain't happened yet, but now you've given me something to look forward to.
Yeah, well, he's got his kickstand worked out. The time I tried it one time, I didn't have the kickstand work just right. I need to go back and work on that a little bit more.
Well, guys, let me tell you something. You can come to all these rallies and you meet all these fine folks, and which we have done, but when you get down to it, you come to the racetrack and you meet the ones that are absolutely cool. And Mr. Terry Daly, thank you so much for being on Event Radio.
Good luck today, Terry. Give him a good spanking.
All right, thanks a lot, and I appreciate y'all having me.
Well, we'll be right back, guys. Well, T, what do you think?
Oh, man, I've had a ball, baby.
This has been a pretty cool event. Lots of neat people we've run into and talked to. And
the rally is cool itself, of course, all the pretty women. And just all the displays really look good. But to get down there and hook up with Terry, and there's a couple guys here that I've seen I can't find right now. It's our loss. We're not going to get to interview them. But Terry and Pat, and it's going to be a good race tonight and some good money to be made.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna actually get to go through the distillery, guys, and then on another show we'll tell you a little about that and let you know what we've seen and what we did and
how much Spivvy drank.
Yeah, right. I think you're pretty safe there. But this is a neat little town. It's a neat little place, Lynchburg, Tennessee. It's not very far off of I-24. A whole lot closer there than it is off of I-65. But we're going to find our way back. And like always, we won't leave here without talking about our sponsors, Beach Bend Raceway, Beach Bend Park and Splash Lagoon.
Final Finish, Quick Fuel.
And, of course, the Gearhead Gazette, where you can go to and find everything that's cool car-wise on the Internet. So I think let's go check out the Black Label Jack Daniels, don't you think?
I believe we have to try them all out.
There you go, guys. Well, we'll take our moon pies and head towards Jack Daniels. Thank you for joining us on the Lynchburg Show, and we will talk to you again.
See ya.
You've been listening to Event Radio, covering local drag racing, stock car racing, motorcycles, go-karts. If it's got wheels and you can race it, you heard about it here. Event Radio is motorsports radio on steroids. Join us next time with your hosts Spivy Williams and Terrible T Guy.